This is how I'd scale Iman Gadzhi's funnel from $10 million to $100 million using AI. I've mapped out his entire funnel to show you exactly how I'd implement AI to make more money from the same amount of leads, and most creators are still doing all of this manually. So this is going to be a cheat code that you can start using in your business today. So the funnel we're going to be improving is Iman Gadzhi's 8-figure personal brand challenge, which is a challenge that I personally joined about a month ago. So I actually went through this funnel myself. The entry ticket price is $97. There was also a VIP ticket for $297, and this was for a 5-day Zoom webinar class on how to build a personal brand. At the end, he had his upsell or back-end offer, which was priced between $18,000 to $28,000, so a very high ticket back-end offer where every single lead that you nurture correctly and converts to the back-end offer is worth a lot of money. Now let's break down how this funnel looked and what it currently is like for Iman. So there was some initial communication after signing up where we received this email where we just got welcome to the challenge. I signed up for the normal ticket, and there was a call to action for the VIP upgrade down here. And also during the first 2 days of the personal brand challenge, there were multiple call to actions in the Zoom recordings from Iman himself to actually upgrade to VIP. I also received this message on WhatsApp from Iman where we just got reminders for upcoming sessions. We were welcomed to the challenge by him, and he had some WhatsApp automations, but you could not reply back to any of these. It was simply Iman's sort of WhatsApp email sequences which he was sending out. When it comes to the actual nurturing sequences, you can see that he sent a ton of emails, reminders for us going live, general information, etc. So we got a ton of emails here, and on WhatsApp we were consistently messaged by the Iman Gadzhi account with reminders for the Zoom sessions and additional messages welcoming us to the challenge and just providing general information. And then the final branch was the personal connection. We actually got a personal concierge during this challenge. As you can see, George from Iman's team sent me a message. He just asked me that if I need anything, I can let him know. There was no data capturing on the intent during Natures, so his team never actually had a conversation with me to see if I was a potential fit for the high ticket offer. They never tried to upsell me to the VIP package, so there was a lot of money left on the table there. It was basically limited to this initial offering and some support for finding recordings. So when I asked for recording sessions, they would send it, but I was also ghosted after the event. So after the event, I asked for an invoice for the payment, and I never got a response back. So that is what his current funnel looks like, and you can probably already guess where we're gonna be implementing AI, but what I'm gonna show you is actually gonna blow your mind. The main portion we're gonna focus on is the personal connection, which is where most of the money was left on the table. Now let's go over how I'd add AI to this funnel to increase his sales dramatically. The initial communication was fine, the nurturing was fine as well, all of this is good, but building out the personal connection with AI is something where I would have come in to absolutely dominate the sales funnel, because the real money is made in personal connections and follow-ups. Everybody knows that. In his current funnel, the concierge actually only messaged people on WhatsApp. An additional adjustment that I would make is to have WhatsApp for non-US and non-Canada users, since WhatsApp is most popular outside of the US. And for US and Canada users, I would have texted them using SMS, aka iMessage, which is the most popular method of communication over there. Now let's go through the separate stages before the event, during event, and after the pitch, and how I would have implemented AI there. And after I show you what I would do, I will also show you how I'd actually do it when it comes to the technical side of things. Now before the event, I would have done a similar message to what they're currently doing. I would reach out to build a personal connection. However, I would go a little bit deeper than just offering my support. I would actually ask qualifying questions and determining their buying intent. So I would ask questions such as, what made you join the challenge? Do you already have a business? Have you even started a personal brand yet? Any sort of question that can give us information to later segment people to identify if they're high ticket buyers or not. I would then also upsell people to a VIP package where definitely a lot of money was left on the table. I am 100% confident that if you would have messaged the hundreds or thousands of attendants and offered them the VIP package in a natural conversation after having a conversation with them to see if they can even afford the VIP package, we would have upsold a ton of people here. And I would segment the leads using AI to actually identify who may buy the high ticket offer down the line. So these would be high intent leads who have the financial capabilities to actually invest in anything priced 18 to 28K. I would have separated all of these leads into a separate pipeline stage in the CRM so that we can access them later on and follow up with them using AI. Now, during the event, the personal touch was completely gone. I would have actually checked in with leads with a personalized message using AI saying something like, "Hey Jake, I hope you were able to join the session earlier today. If you have any questions, let me know." Just to give them that additional feeling that there's someone there who actually cares about their success in this challenge. I would also proactively send resources, so that would be messages such as, "Hey Jake, I just wanted to reach out and send you the PDF guide that Iman mentioned in the live Zoom class today, just to make sure that you have everything right here." This gives the lead that personal touch, and it just shows them that we're here to make them successful. The AI would also be trained to answer any questions also after the event concludes so that nobody gets ghosted. Even if they didn't buy the high ticket offer, we don't want people to feel like they only matter during the event. Now, the real money is made with the AI automation that would happen after the pitch. I would reach out with a personalized message to all high intent leads. These are all of the people that we flagged previously. We've qualified them. We know they have the financial capabilities, and we know that we could help them with the high ticket offer. I would send all of those a message, set appointments, or get the deposit. Some people may need a short 15-minute chat. Boom, get on the phone, schedule the call in with a closer. Some people would be like, "Yeah, after talking to you for a bit and getting some questions answered, I'm actually ready to put down the deposit. Just send me the link." And then the AI can give out the link, get those deposits, and get more people into the high ticket offer. An additional aspect here was that non-VIP users do not have access to the recording for a lifetime pass. So what I would have done after the event is also reach out to all non-VIP users who didn't upgrade to VIP, who didn't buy the high ticket offer, and offer a discounted option to retain the recordings. That was a big thing. Like, you get access to an additional hour before the actual class in Zoom with Iman, and you get lifetime access to the recordings. So why not offer it for an additional $67, for example, to anybody who wants to retain access to the recordings at a discounted rate. The event is over, they can no longer access those VIP calls, but if they want the recordings, there's an option there for them to actually pay to retain access to the recordings. So that would have been an additional revenue source that could be implemented right here. So by adding AI in these exact ways, we have an additional personal touch, we collect additional information on our leads, we know exactly who would be likely to buy a high ticket offer, which is also useful for any future events he runs, and we are able to extract the most amount of money possible from both non-VIP users, VIP users, and people who are upgrading to the high ticket offer. He would have made more money across the board. He would have been able to implement an additional offer for the recordings, and the cash collected from this specific webinar series would have been a multiple of what he actually collected. Now let's cover how I would do this in a technical way. Now, in order to build this, I would have used gohighlevel as the CRM, but this can really work with any sort of CRM that has a WhatsApp integration. I know HubSpot does, Salesforce does, most of the big CRMs do. We like using gohighlevel, and if you need to sign up to gohighlevel, there's a 14-day free trial for you to try it out. And in terms of all the AI logic, the actual AI agent, I would have used N8N to actually set that up. There's also a 14-day free trial for N8N. Link to that is down below in the description as well. Now, inside of gohighlevel itself, all you would have to do is simply set up a WhatsApp number, connect that WhatsApp number, and get it approved. You could then set up templates for all kinds of messages that you want to send out. So let's say we want to do the welcome non-VIP. We would simply set up that message here, select our language, which would be English. So we could even set up a variable such as hi, first name with sample contact. We'll stick to the name Luke. Saw you just signed up for the personal branding challenge. My name is Emil, here to help with any questions you may have. Do you have a personal brand yet? We would do this, we would submit the template, and we could trigger this template whenever somebody signs up to the actual challenge. Now, as soon as somebody would reply back to this message, that's where our N8N AI logic would come in. So if we go into N8N, we actually have an N8N agent with a knowledge base, which is a free template that we have in our free community. And this AI agent would be responsible for handling all conversations. Now we have a simple prompt structure right here where we have the role, the context, the style, instructions task, the script, and the actual tools. We would adjust all of this to be suitable for the Iman Gadzhi personal brand challenge. So we would say, you're Emil, a setter for Iman Gadzhi's personal branding challenge. Your goal is to speak to leads in WhatsApp, or actually in this case, it wouldn't be leads, it would be customers in WhatsApp, and offer support while collecting vital information on their buying intent. We would continue building out this prompt, and in the script phases, we would add the questions to ask. We would then simply add an additional node in the backend where we would analyze if the person has a high buying intent, and we would use the gohighlevel API to actually update everything in a pipeline inside of gohighlevel. So we would have a pipeline called Iman Gadzhi pipeline. We could call it 8-figure personal brand challenge, and we would segment people into different stages, such as event purchased, VIP purchased, potential high ticket buyer, and high ticket purchase. By doing this, we could clearly track who is in which stage, and we could have the AI move people around. We could also add additional sections such as potential VIP purchase for people who we should follow up with again to see if they want to purchase VIP. And we could even have different agents for each of these pipeline stages. So we could simply add different paths over here. So this webhook could go to another agent, and this agent, for example, could be our VIP agent. So we want to do this is for VIP customers, right? And then this agent, based on the webhook, and inside the webhook from gohighlevel, we would receive which pipeline stage they are in, and based on this, we could redirect them to different agents which all have the same memory. So if someone talks to the non-VIP agent, upgrades to VIP, he would then be talking to the VIP agent, but for him, it would look like he's talking to the exact same person. Now, in terms of actually connecting the two, we would simply do that with the automations feature inside of gohighlevel, where we would use the WhatsApp agent template, and all we would have to do is take this template, take the actual webhook response, copy this out, paste in the webhook inside of gohighlevel, and this would then trigger every time a customer replies to our WhatsApp message. It would trigger the N8N flow, retrieve the message back, and send it out via WhatsApp. Now, this is obviously a high-level overview of how you would do it. We go much more into depth when we actually build this out for a client, as the prompt specifically and all the additional logic that goes around it, all the different messages you can send, all the reminders, etc., would have to be set up using gohighlevel WhatsApp templates, automations, N8N flows, N8N triggers. So the system as a whole can get much more complex, but even just having a simple AI inside of the WhatsApp would have done the trick for Iman. He would have made more money, and if he would have built out the full system, it would have been a big difference for him and his business. If you're interested in learning more how specifically this works, I have a ton of videos on this channel building AI agents, putting them into gohighlevel, showing you exactly how it works. And if you are a coach, a consultant, or an agency, and you're interested in getting a system like this implemented in your business, check out the link down below in the description. Let's have a chat and let's see if we are a good fit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.